Okay, so now we're going to send it out to the second segment. Now the first thing we have to do is I've gone over and you have to keep a copy of the subject line. Now when I did this last time I should have copied it somewhere just so I could go back and get it again. But since I've taken a little break, we can actually go to my email program, and you'll see that I've actually received the Vancouver Island newsletter. So here it is. Here's the title. There's the content. So I just copied the subject line, which doesn't change for any of the other versions, and now go back over to MailChimp, and I'll call this one Lower Mainland 12.12.17, and I'll add that. I'll paste in the subject. I'll hit Google Analytics, and now that completes this. Now we go over here, we're going to go to import options, import from URL. We go back over to our newsletter. We're still on Vancouver Island here, but if we click down and click on Lower Mainland at the bottom here, okay, then the URL address changes, so because it now says Lower Mainland, we copy the URL, we go back to Campaign Builder, we paste it in, we hit import, we go to confirm, we skip the plain text page. We do a preview and test down the bottom here. Open pop-up preview. It should say Lower Mainland. It does. I'll take a quick scroll down to make sure that everything's sort of showing up, and it is. That's good. I'll close this and I'll hit Send Now. And you'll notice it says 591. One of the things you can do to tell how many people you've got, which version you're in, to make sure you're sending it to the right segment, and you haven't picked the wrong segment to begin with, is that they have varying amounts. The Lower Mainland has the most subscribers. You can sort of tell by through experience by looking at this number to make sure you're not sending, say, the Vancouver Island version to the Lower Mainland segment. Okay, and we will send that off. And now we'll go back to our campaigns dashboard, regular old campaign. We're going to send it to Inside Golf segment. We're going to send it this time group version. We're going to send it to the BC Interior version this time. We're going to use segment. We're going to name them. This kind of is called BCI hyphen 12.12.17. We need the subject, which we can just go back over to my newsletter. It's already selected. I'll copy that. Go back over to the browser, paste that in, hit Google Analytics, there we go, and now go to Design, and import options, import from URL, go back up to here to get our, now go to the BC Interior version. Now, I'm just going to go back and check something here, because the BC Interior version, we've got the correct version here. I'm just going to make sure that I didn't make a mistake here. I'm going to go back to the recipients just to make sure who I was giving this to. Yes, I was giving it to BC Interior, so yes, we can go back to Design now. And now I can paste in this URL, and then click plain text as the next step. Oh, I didn't hit import. Let's go back and see, make sure what happened there. I should have hit import here. I think it does it automatically anyway, but we'll just hit import anyway. Okay, good. And that takes us to plain text automatically. Okay, now we go to confirm. Now we go to preview and test, open pop-up preview. This should say BC Interior up here, and it does. We scroll down to make sure that all the pictures are there, that's good. And now we hit Send Now. And 431, notice this is a different number, it's slightly smaller. Hit Send Campaign. Go back to Campaigns Dashboard. Regular old campaign. Inside Golf. Send to segment. Group version. This one we want is Northern Alberta. In the case of Northern Alberta, we actually include, and you're going to hit some other key. Generally, it's the Alt key. I don't know what it is in PC, but in the Mac, it's the Command key. There'll be one other key that you click to select multiple items. It might be control. I'm not really sure. Option might be. It's going to be one of those to select both of these because now you can select multiple segments. So I'm going to select them both at once because they both get the same version. They're both get that one called Northern Alberta. So we hit use segment. We call this NAB for Northern Alberta hyphen 12.12.17. Click for Google Analytics. Go get our subject. Hit copy because we're already in it. Go back over here. Paste it. Go to design. While that's happening, we can go import options. Oops. That's right. Import options. Okay. And go back over here to here. Now we want the Northern Alberta version. Scroll down here to Northern Alberta. Click that. Copy that. Paste that. Hit import. Go to here. Go to the confirm page. Click preview and test. Open up pop-up preview. And that one says Northern Alberta. Do a quick scroll down. Looks good. Close. And hit send now. And you notice we have 200 subscribers in these areas. Hit send campaign. Go to campaigns dashboard. Create campaign, regular old campaign. Inside Golf. Send to segment. Group version. This one is Southern Alberta. Use segment. SAB hyphen 12.12.17. We'll get our subject line. Paste it in. Google Analytics. Hit design. Import options URL. Go back up here. Go to our newsletter. Southern Alberta. Copy the URL. Paste the URL. Hit import. Open up preview. Should say Southern Alberta. It does. Scroll down. Good. Close. Send now. Hit send campaign. Back to campaigns dashboard. Create a regular campaign. Inside Golf. Send to segment. Group version. And we've done every one that we've got here except one called Canada-wide. And that's one we're going to use last. And the Canada-wide one is called, we call this Western Canada 12.12.17. We need our subject. Google Analytics, design. And the version that we choose for this final one here is one that says Western Canada down the bottom there, bottom right. Copy the URL. Import from URL. Paste, import. This one, confirm. Preview and test. This one should say Western Canada at the top, and it does. All the pictures look fine. Send now. There's about 140 people get this. Hit send campaign. And now we're finished. Now, just to go back, it says it is in the send queue and will be landing in your campaign is in the send queue and will be landing in inboxes shortly. It doesn't happen instantaneously, so you can see here, but the website's not that busy at the moment. Sometimes it can take 5 or 10 minutes for it to catch up, because you can see up here in my email program that all my different versions, because I received them all. So you said this one that we were looking at was Vancouver Island. The next one we receive here is Lower Mainland, BC Interior, and there's nothing different about them. The ads are the same. They're just It just says that it's personalized to them so that they feel like that they're special. Okay, we actually do have the ability to make each one of these different, and we do on occasion because we do you know, you notice down here the ones we have here at the bottom. It's the same here as it is in the on the web version. Business, equipment, majors. We have specialty other newsletters that we send out. Now, if we had an equipment one, I'm just going to talk about that for one sec. Here is that if we go back to Mailchimp here, you see we could create a regular campaign, but in the case if it was an equipment one, we could actually send it to the entire list over here, not send it to a segment. And we wouldn't have to go through the process of, it would just say equipment across the top instead of Lower Mainland or Vancouver Island. And we could all send the entirety of it in send it one fell swoop all at once. So that basically covers it. The newsletter is now going out, as you can see here. And the one other thing I will say is that, not that it's important to you, I'm just going to cancel this. I'll just go backwards to get out of this. Now, this is the one I just started. They thought I was starting to make. I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to just go to the reports here because then we can see what it's actually doing. This isn't really that important to you, but you can see here, here's the Vancouver Island one, which went out about half an hour ago, and 10% of the people who received it opened it, and half of the people who received it, who opened it, have clicked on something. And you can see it goes downwards, 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 because these ones have just gone out very recently. This one, you can see, for Southern Alberta, went out at 10:50. It says it right down there, 10:50, just below that. Well, and the time is actually 10:54. So, you know, and this is where the reports that we get related to these, one of the places that we get them. Okay, that basically covers it. We are now completely sent out a complete new, all versions of an Inside Golf newsletter. Have a good day.